Okay, and we're back. Took a little bit of a break to do the raffle, and this is a winner side match, race to three. Welcome back to the Donate Life charity tournament. We have Tim and Mark versus Brian and Dana. APA rules, winner break, Scotch doubles. At Frankie B's in Wilbraham, Massachusetts. Just going to take a moment to share the stream. I'll be right back as they rack and get ready to get this going again. Okay, we are playing APA rules, so take what you make on the break. I'm not sure if anything went in on the break. It was on a different screen. But it looks like Tim and Mark are high balls here. He pockets the 10 ball, leaving probably the combination, I would guess. Makes the combination. Alright. I'm not really sure which one is Tim or which one is Mark. I will find that out so that I can commentate accordingly. Not sure what he's doing with that 15. Well, looks like he went for a bank on that shot. Unsuccessful. Actually made two low balls for his opponents. Nicely pockets the 5 on the side. Guessing Brian might shoot the 4 ball next. Seems like the better option. Nicely done. Does leave a shot on the 2 ball. They're going to have a little bit of trouble here with that 7 and the 6. Not sure what they're going to do to resolve that, but let's see what Dana can do here. Looks like he might have an angle to go to the long rail and come across. Sure did. Yep. That was a pretty good shot. He left Brian an angle to possibly get into that 7-8 by pocketing the 6 all the way down. Well, it looks like he might be addressing the 7 right now. Brian is a very, very tall gentleman, so he doesn't need a bridge. Well, he tucked that in there nicely. It didn't open up the 7 at all, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out in the long run, considering they still have to contend with the 7. And let's see, who is this at the table here? This is Mark. So it looks like Mark can thin the edge of that ball. He decides to kick. That's not horrible. Dana appears to be looking at something with the 6 ball. I kind of like thinning the 7 ball. This table is so fast, you can actually probably thin it and go 2 rails and get all the way back down to the bottom right area where the 6 is blocking any shots. No shot on the 9, and you get your 7 out of there. He elects to play it softer, which leaves the 9 ball open with an angle. So he could potentially do something with this. Let's see what Tim can do here. He pockets the ball nicely. Watch the cue ball. It looks like it's going to sit up pretty well. Yeah, he leaves a combination there. He could play a stop shot on that, which is going to have the 14 drift over to the left corner pocket. And if he plays it light enough, he could probably leave it to where he's got an angle to break into that 8 as well afterwards. So let's see if he can execute. Oh, he hangs up the 15 ball. Not a whole lot of damage done there. Brian can pocket the 6 in the side and leave a bank on the 7 ball. I'm not quite sure if the 8 can go by the 15 or not afterwards, if that's what they end up doing. Again, you're watching the Donate for Life charity event here at Frankie B's Billiards in Wilbraham, Mass. He elects to play safe. It gets the 7 out of there, so at least they finally got the 7 out of there. Just leaves a bank on the 14. Well, Alright, they're discussing the rules. Apparently that's not a ball in hand in APA rules. He misses the shot. Almost scratches. And Dana to the table. Not sure really what the rules would be, but usually it's the other player's option to put it back or leave it there. Yet they put it back automatically. If I was the opposing team, I would have had them leave it there. And That would have opened up the pocket for the 8-ball, but nevertheless, here we are. Looks like he's going to pocket the 15 and try to follow it in with the 6. That's a difficult shot. He leaves the shot on the 14 too. I could see doing that and following forward to like leave a long shot on the 14, but that didn't happen. I'm not sure what that potential is for the 8. But Mark can go 2 rails. Yep, get around to right where he's aiming his cue. And maybe leave a shot for the 8 in the corner past the 6. He makes the shot. Oh, watch the cue ball. Oh, it's going to hit the rail. That looks good. If that 8-ball goes, it looks to be in good shape. It's pretty tight, though. May have to bounce off the rail. Oh, and he makes the shot. Great shot. So Tim puts the first beat on the board for his team. And they're up 1-0 with the break. Again, this is a race to 3. Winner's break. APA rules. Take what you make on the break. Okay, and here we go at the break. Looks like Mark broke. He made, I believe, a high ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like he might have made one of each, so that would be a open table choice. I mean, that 6-ball is a problem if you're going for lows. High balls don't really have a problem, except maybe that 11. Not sure if it passes the 3-ball. They elect to take high ball. Ooh, a little bump on that 11 would have been nice to move it into the open. Nevertheless, he's got the 10-ball in the side. I believe he could play it clean or off the 13. I'd like to play it clean so you can follow up and leave yourself the 13 as your next shot. Let's see what he chooses to do. Yeah, oh watch, you don't want to get behind that 7. I think he's okay. Going to play the 13 next, it appears. Not sure if he's going to roll into that 9-ball or stun it out and avoid contact. Appears he's following it. Okay. Mark's looking to play the 15 and get underneath the 11 to play it in the side. If he can get straight enough on it to follow straight up for the 9-ball back down where the 15 is, they could get out this rack for a 2-0 lead. Let's see what happens. Might be a little tough to get that position. Ooh, close. Very, very good shot. He still has an option to go one rail and back across. Don't want to undercut this. You got to worry about the scratch in the side. And the speed to come over for the 9. Not an easy shot. Oh, he makes a great shot. Not a bad leave. Gave his partner a shot, a look at it. The only problem I see is if you miss this shot, Brian and Dana are pretty good shooters, and with a wide open table, they potentially could run this rack out. Oh, great shot. What a shot. And he tickies the 3 to leave him straight on the 8. What a phenomenal shot. I wish I had instant replay for that one. Tim just needs to float this one in to put his team up 2-0 in a race to 3. And there we have it, folks. It is 2-0. Tim and Mark. That was a great out. Nice shooting, gentlemen. This game is, I believe, to get to the hot seat match on the winner's side. Again, it is a race to 3. Brian and Dana really need to get on the board this game. Alright, let's see what Mark can do with the break here. Looks like he's going head ball. It's looking like a dry break. I didn't see anything fall. Okay, folks, I'm back. Sorry. So it looks like Tim and Mark are low balls, I would imagine. They are on the hill, needing one more game to advance to the hot seat match. The other match to get to the hot seat is going on as well. And Brian and Dana really need to come through with this game, or they will be on the B side. A lot of discussion going on. Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. It looks like Tim is shooting, and they're high balls. So Dana and Brian are low balls. Not really sure what he's got here. I'm not sure if he can see that 13 down into the corner. Possibly. Otherwise, he's going to have to do something with the 11. It looks like he's looking at the 13. He's going to try to hold it for the 10. These gentlemen are not too familiar with this table, but that is a tall order on this table, that's for sure. Ooh, but he held it good, just missed the shot. I'm not sure if he would have made that shot if it would have bounced off the rail a lot harder than it did, but that was a great effort. He did get on that 10 ball right where he needed to be. Regardless, win or lose, these two are a team to contend with, that's for sure. They're shooting very well. Looks like Brian's going to cut that 7 ball. Nicely. A little unfortunate to drop that 4 ball. That's going to force Dana to come with a shot here somehow. And he does not really have a clean shot at anything. I'm not sure if he can pinch that 3 ball off the rail and make it up past the 11 in that corner. You do not have to call your shot. This is APA, so he could slop it in. So you just want to make contact and make it firm. It's a good hit. Team Tim and Mark back to the table now. Need to figure something out with that 9 ball. Well, all right, he makes that. Come in a little hot. Yeah, well, I believe that's the 15 down near the W in Brunswick. That might be his next shot. Oh, looks like he's going to go for this 14 and break out that 9. That's a very aggressive shot. And if he misses that, he could make that 3 ball in the side and leave an open shot for the 5 all the way up. Oh, he played it safe. Okay. Brian to kick again. Just looking to make contact on that 5. Ooh, just misses it. And that'll be ball in hand for Tim and Mark. Let's see what Tim decides to do. He's got to get that 9 out of there. It does go apparently in the corner. If not, it went in the side as well, I'm sure. He makes this. I think they're a favorite to get out. They've been shooting very well together. And he does. 8 ball has so many different options, so many different patterns, especially when with an open table like this. He could start with the 13 or he can start with the 14. Looks like he's going to go with the 14. And 1 rail, 2 rails and out. So the only issue is going to be leaving enough angle to get good on the 10, or you can get straight, which is what he elects to do, and now he's got to play position to shoot the 10 ball straight up into the top right corner or the side. That's what he's looking to do, just pull that 15 back just a hair. A stop shot would be okay too, but that'll leave you a slight angle moving away from the 8 ball. You'd rather pull it back to leave a shot all the way up or in the side. Let's see what he does here. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just roll this in. Should leave a mark for a nice shot on the 8 ball to win the set 3-0. Playing 8 ball, I almost like to hit this a little bit hard. Go 2 rails and leave the cue ball all the way up at the head string, just in case you miss it. Don't scratch in the side. And that's going to do it, folks. So Tim and Mark are on to the hot seat, and Brian and Dana move over to the B side, trying to keep their tournament alive. All right, we'll be back shortly with another match.